Hi everyone, it's Roger here from What's On at DisneyPlus.com. A quick news update for you guys on the second season of The Proud Family, a possible delay to Echo, and much more. So let's start off with Marvel's Echo. This was announced during Disney Plus Day last year, and it is set to be coming out next summer on Disney Plus. This was revealed at the San Diego Comic-Con, but it looks like this might not necessarily be the case. During a recent appearance on the Writers Panel podcast, Echo showrunner Marion Dayre went on to reveal that it might not be out until about a year from now, which is probably around about December next year, which could be around about a 6-month delay. Don't yet know if they're going to have to do some reshoots. They usually kind of schedule this in advance for movies and series with Marvel, so it's nothing that abnormal. This happens pretty much on every project. There's lots of rumblings really that this series is not where it needs to be. Saw a little bit of a clip of this back at the D23 Expo. They filmed it over the summer, but yeah, so they might need a little bit more time. This might also tie in with the idea that Marvel kind of needs a little bit more time for a number of different reasons. First off, visual effects is a big stack of work that needs to be done on all the different films and series and stuff, and there's not enough people to do it all. And also just the quality feedback that we've seen with Phase 4, and they might want to just stretch them out a little bit. I don't think this is a bad thing, and if it makes the series a lot better, but more importantly, I feel like 2023 probably has too many series, and I think like spreading them out a little bit more. I think 3 series is still plenty, let alone 5, so that's a lot of stuff coming next year. So I'm not necessarily too worried about this. Whether or not this impacts also Daredevil Born Again, which is going to be coming out the following year in 2024, who knows? But this one's going to be interesting to see what happens with Echo, but let me know what you think of all this in the comments below. It's also been announced that The Proud Family, Louder and Prouder will be arriving back on Disney Plus with a second season on February the 1st. And it's a little bit vague in terms of the press release, whether or not it's going to be a binge drop or if they're going to be on a weekly release like they did with the first season. They're also going to be showing that first season weekly on the Disney Channel in the new year ahead of the release. I think, you know, we're going to see a lot more of this. But yeah, so it's good to know that it's coming back. A load more special people are going to be appearing in this show. So if you like The Proud Family, it doesn't look like we're going to have to wait too much longer for this one. Moving on from there, let's now talk about How I Met Your Father, which is going to be returning for a second season. We got some new images from the second season, which is going to be returning on Hulu on the 24th of January, with new episodes being released every single week. It will be coming to Disney Plus around the world, but the first season had a really weird release cycle in terms of how it was released, so not yet had confirmation of how it's going to be released on Disney Plus. But if you like the first season, good news, it's coming up in the new year, so that's another big show coming. And finally, with it being a Wednesday, we got lots of new content today, including the first 2 episodes of National Treasure: Edge of History. Kind of interesting show. Personally, kind of disconnect it from the movie. Just think of it as something almost separate. I know you shouldn't, but I think that way you can enjoy it much more. I thought it was good, but yeah, it's just not on that same level as those movies. We also got the finale of The Santa Clauses, where everything pretty much kind of turns out alright, which you kind of would have expected, not necessarily a spoiler. But yeah, so that one's a lot of fun. Definitely get you in the Christmas mood if you watch that one. We also got a new episode of Willow. Some other new big releases here in the UK. We got The Barbarian, which is a brand new 20th Century Studios film. While in Canada, they got The Banshees of Inisherin. We'll be getting that next week. That one's going to be on HBO Max in the US. But on that note, guys, let me know what you're going to be watching on Disney Plus tonight. Love to hear your thoughts. Go check us out over at whatsondisneyplus.com. Like, follow, and subscribe, and I'll see you guys soon. Laters. Thank you very much for watching this video. Make sure you go check us out over at whatsondisneyplus.com. Like, follow, and subscribe. Also, a huge thank you to all of our supporters over on Patreon and also on our YouTube channel memberships. And I shall see you guys in another video. Laters.